Now on 18 Eyewitness News.
Park Hills Police investigates a murder-suicide. Joanne Emerson leaves office on Tuesday, but her staff is staying on the job. And State Representative Paul Fitzwater gets his committee assignments. All of these stories are coming up.
Some wintry precipitation's on the way for southeast Missouri. I have all the details coming up.
Coverage you can count on. This is 18 Eyewitness News.
Hello everybody, thanks for joining us. I'm Fred Dawkins and here are the top stories we're working on at this hour. Park Hills police are investigating what is believed to be a murder-suicide. Authorities report that they were called to an address on Rivermine Street in Park Hills at about 2 o'clock early Sunday morning in reference to a domestic disturbance. While en route, officers were informed that there was a firearm involved and that shots had been fired. Once the officers arrived, they found 22-year-old Joseph Gilliam lying in the driveway and 30-year-old Billy Edwards lying near a parked SUV in the driveway. Witnesses say that an altercation between Gilliam and Edwards started inside the residence and then proceeded outside. Now, once outside, Gilliam shot Edwards with a handgun and then turned the gun on himself. Stay tuned to the Dawkins broadcast group of stations for further updates on this developing story. Now here's Dustin Kopp with a look at our first forecast.
Good evening, Fred. Good evening to everybody. Looking at current conditions throughout southeast Missouri, it's cold out there right now. 21 right now in Festus, 22 in Potosi, 22 in St. Genevieve, Ironton 26, 24 in Fredericktown, 27 right now in Piedmont. As we look at our forecast for the evening, mostly cloudy skies at 7 p.m., 21 degrees, 19 by 9, and by midnight, a temperature of 17. More details on your forecast include some snow and a wintry mix later on in the week. We'll give you all those details coming up later in weather.
Tuesday marks Joanne Emerson's final day in office as Missouri's 8th District U.S. Representative. However, Emerson told 18 Eyewitness News her soon-to-be former staff will remain on the job.
Basically, how it works is that the clerk of the House of Representatives takes over. The office will no longer be the Emerson office, but it will become the 8th District office.
And Emerson says their job will be working for the people of the 8th District.
If somebody's got a disability issue, they should still come into the office. If they've got a veterans issue with the Veterans Administration, they should come into the office. Everybody is still going to be working same office hours, working on behalf of our district for anybody who needs some help.
Emerson says nothing will stop as far as service to constituents. Once a bill is proposed in the Missouri House, it's assigned to a committee where members study the legislation and may or may not send it on to the full House for a vote. 144th District State Representative Paul Fitzwater recently received his committee assignments, which included a chairmanship.
I will be chair of the Corrections Committee here in the state of Missouri, and I appreciate Speaker Jones giving me the responsibility of being the chair of that committee. It's going to be an interesting committee, and I look forward to maybe doing some things to help corrections in the future in the next couple of years.
Fitzwater says he'll also be a member of the Appropriations Committee for Public Safety and Corrections, as well as the Agriculture Policy Committee.
We look into issues that, that's dealing with agriculture and farmers. The puppy mill thing a couple of years ago we worked on and corrected that, but I look forward to a good session.
Fitzwater says he's also been appointed to the Higher Education Committee, which deals with public colleges and universities across Missouri. Well, time is running out for the St. Francis County residents to return their personal and business property forms. When County Assessor Dan Ward visited our 18 Eyewitness News studios, he told us the legislature has established a penalty if the forms are not returned on time.
The state established a law many years ago that if you don't turn it in by a certain time, you're assessed a penalty up to $100. And depending on how much your property is worth, your cars, vehicle, I'm talking about personal property.
Ward says his office sent out the forms at the beginning of the month, and sometimes they get overlooked.
And sometimes they're set aside and they're forgotten or put under something. they're lost and people forget about it. So we want to make sure that they know that they need to get those in ASAP so we don't have to worry about them accruing another up to $100 penalty on their tax bill next year.
The deadline for returning the personal property and business property forms is next Thursday, January 31st. And when we come back on 18 Eyewitness News, the staff of Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center begins moving into their new facility. That story coming up only on 18 Eyewitness News.
For 15 years, Heartland Furniture and Appliance has been the leader in price for restonic bedding. Whirlpool built Crosley appliances, Frigidaire appliances, sofa sets, recliners, accent furniture, and White's metal detectors. Same-day delivery with no waiting. We are fast becoming this area's leader in the home furnishing and appliance business. Need a little cash? Payday loans are available in each store. We'd love to have you come see us at one of our 3 locations on both sides of Main Street in Piedmont, Business 60 in Dexter, and next to Current River Ford in Donovan. Heartland Furniture and Appliance, 223-3200.
Let it wash you this morning. Oh, the blood of Jesus shed for me. What a sacrifice that saved my life. With the blood, it is my victory.
How can heat also be cool? When it comes from targeted induction technology, which uses electromagnetic waves to quick heat your pan, boiling up to 40% faster, while the surface around it stays perfectly cool to the touch. It's faster, hotter, and, well, cooler.
Hi, Bob Seabaugh at Seabaugh Furniture and Appliance. Come and see this and other great features and benefits that will amaze you. Now on sale at Seabaugh Furniture and Appliance in downtown Fredericktown.
You're watching 18 Eyewitness News with Fred Dawkins and Chief Weathercaster Dustin Kopp. 18 Eyewitness News continues.
Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center will officially open the doors to its new 7-story, $173 million facility this coming Saturday. This past weekend saw the official ribbon cutting Friday morning and a community open house on Saturday. Marketing Director Tiffany Jenkins tells 18 Eyewitness News the staff has a very busy week ahead.
The week in between the ribbon cutting and open house and the grand opening will be us moving everything from our north campus to our new campus on Oak Grove Road.
However, Tiffany says the biggest event will be moving their patients to the new hospital.
On the 26th will actually be what we're calling Patient Move Day, which is where all the patients are actually being moved from our north campus to the new campus. We have more than, I think, 10 local EMS units and as well as almost all local law enforcement units that are helping us with that move.
Tiffany says they'll hold a practice Patient Move Day to be sure it'll be done safely and efficiently. The Wayne County 4-H will be holding a fish fry fundraiser Tuesday afternoon in Greenville. Club leader Gail Wilson says they're expecting a big crowd.
Our elementary basketball team will be playing that night, and that always draws a lot of parents and grandparents. We've also contacted, we're actually going to be playing the Culin School, and so we hope that they plan to come and eat with us. We've got a lot of donations from around the town, the county, and the businesses, and we're just tickled with that.
The dinner features fish, fried potatoes, baked beans, coleslaw, dessert, and a drink for only $5. And Gail tells us the money raised will go towards sending their members to the 4-H Teen Conference in Columbia in March.
They plan activities all day long. They get to go up on Saturday. They spend the night. They have a dance farm on Saturday night, and on Sunday they have a keynote speaker before they leave for the weekend. And they go away having met students and 4-H members from across the state. It's a really great program.
The fish fry starts serving Tuesday afternoon at 4 at the Greenville High School. A 30-year-old Elsinore man is behind bars on charges of assault and burglary. Police say Charles White broke into a residence Friday night and assaulted the 82-year-old homeowner. Now, to protect himself, the homeowner shot White in the arm. White ran off but was arrested a short time later. The 82-year-old was taken by air ambulance to a St. Louis hospital with head injuries. White was treated for the gunshot wound and then lodged in the Butler County Jail under a $500,000 bond.
Will your Tuesday be on the snowy side, and is there more wintry precipitation on the way? I'll let you know coming up. We'll be right back.
When someone comes in a Mineral Area's emergency department, our focus is giving them the best treatment in the quickest manner possible. We track every single patient, sending the doctors information before they even walk in the room. We have dedicated X-ray and CT equipment in our emergency department. We don't have to waste any time running all over the hospital. We know that minutes count in an emergency, and you can count on ER Plus at Mineral Area Regional Medical Center.
With extended hours, let the UPS store pack and ship your gifts.
Hi, I'm Steve from the UPS store in Farmington, Missouri. Me and my staff would like to wish you and yours a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Now, here's your Storm Tracker 18 weather forecast with Chief Weathercaster Dustin Kopp.
And welcome back. Let's take a look at weather headlines for southeast Missouri. We're seeing temperatures going to be on the cold side, sticking around throughout the area. Several rounds of wintry precipitation this week, including tomorrow, and it looks like a possible icy weather situation for the end of the week. Currently here in southeast Missouri, you have temperatures in the 20s right now. 29 in Cape Girardeau, 24 in Fredericktown, Ironton at 26 degrees, 29 down in Poplar Bluff, and up in Festus, we're at 21 right now. Currently here at the studio, we have 22 degrees under a partly cloudy sky. Feels like 12 out there with current dew point at 0, 37% humidity, northwest wind at 9 miles per hour. Going through your day on Tuesday, we're going to see a cloudy day throughout southeast Missouri with some winter precipitation possible. We'll see light snow showers and some flurries here in southeast Missouri. For tonight, lows, it's going to be on the cold side. 11 here in Farmington, 12 up in Festus, 15 in St. Genevieve, Fredericktown, 14 as well as in Van Buren, down in Poplar Bluff, 18 with a partly cloudy sky. Increasing the cloud cover for early tomorrow morning throughout the day. We're also going to see that chance of some flurries. Temperatures in the 20s and even some lower 30s. Further south you go, like 33 in Piedmont, 34 in Van Buren, and 32 in Poplar Bluff. The next several days look like this throughout southeast Missouri. On your Wednesday, partly sunny skies, 42. Then back in the 30s on your Thursday with the wintry mix. Flurries possible on Friday, high of 30. 30 degrees on Saturday with mostly sunny skies. Sunday and Monday, we're going to see a partly sunny day, both Sunday and Monday. However, much cooler on Sunday with a high of 42. Back in the 50s by Monday of next week with a high of 53. Look at our weekend forecast once again. On Saturday, mostly sunny, high of 30, low of 22, 42 on Sunday with partly sunny skies. That is check out your Storm Tracker weather forecast. More details located at KDKZ18.com. Just click on the weather tab. We'll be right back.
Today's 2-minute tour of Missouri starts in Jefferson City, where a state House bill aims to restrict the use of cash welfare benefits at casinos and liquor stores. The bill sponsor says her measure is intended to comply with a federal law that was passed last year. The state measure directs the Department of Social Services to prevent electronic benefit cards from being used at casinos or liquor stores. Missouri has until next year to comply with the federal law or risk losing 5% of the federal funding for the program. A Southwest Missouri man wielding an unloaded AK-47 marched in front of the federal courthouse in Kansas City to protest the president's proposal to ban military-style assault rifles. Stan Nyhart of Hickory County notified police in advance of his protest, and they checked his weapon to make sure it wasn't loaded. Nyhart says the president's views are too urban and that most of the people who have assault rifles live in rural parts of the country. The Safe and Sober program that began 9 years ago to keep Southwest Missouri teenagers safe during prom night is looking to expand to high schools throughout the state year-round. With the help of a $130,000 grant by the Missouri Department of Transportation, the program will be able to expand to more schools in the state that want its students to be safe and sober year-round. The program has spread to 35 high schools, and organizers are hoping to take it to 90 more by this spring. A 19-year-old Lawrence woman has been charged with driving a vehicle through a home after arguing with someone inside. Police say Megan Wilson intentionally ran her vehicle into the home on November 18th. She's accused of driving through several interior walls and coming out the rear of the home. Police were in the house at the time, but no one was injured. The crash caused around $100,000 in damage. A 21-year-old St. Louis man is dead after attempting to rob a White Castle restaurant with a BB gun and being shot by an off-duty police officer working security. About 4 o'clock Saturday morning, Thomas Donovan approached the counter with what appeared to be a real gun. Authorities say the officer shot Donovan when he didn't drop the gun as directed and hit him in the abdomen. Donovan was pronounced dead at a local hospital. The 48-year-old officer who shot him is a 21-year veteran on the force. And that's your 2-minute tour of Missouri for today. Coming up in today's Your Life segment here on Channel 18, sometimes they're the victims of tragedy or hardship. Many feel forgotten, but you'll meet a couple who is changing lives through foster care. Coming up on Focus on the Family.
I'm Stacy Johnson. We've all heard how bad flu season is this year. What we haven't heard, though, is where to find the cheapest shot. That's just ahead on Money Talks News.
Your health is brought to you by Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy. Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy of Deloge, where caring for you and about you is our business. From taking time to explain your medication, offering a caring touch, to a full line of medical equipment, supplies, and diabetic shoes. We'll help you understand your options and assist you with Medicare drug plan enrollment. With a comfortable waiting area, convenient drive-through, or free delivery, caring for our neighbors is our business. Your locally owned Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy, just off of Highway 67 at the Deloge exit.
Mention foster care and it brings up plenty of negative connotations, but it's supposed to be a safe haven for abused and neglected children who are removed from their homes. Dr. Bill Meyer introduces us to some people who are trying to make the system work in this first of a special 2-part series.
Kids who don't go into foster care end up on the streets.
The streets are no place for a child to grow up. So Claude and Nadira became foster parents.
Why their daddy is not there for them, why their mother is not there for them. So they will utilize drugs to make them forget about the problem. So our main focus is build a bond with the kids.
All right. Children get placed into the system for a lot of different reasons, but they all have one thing in common. They need someone to care about them. Working with foster children can be an incredible challenge.
So you need to love them. You need to be there for them. You need to ask them, what can I do for you? How can I help you? Have an open heart and also believe in forgiving. Do not hold grudges because these kids, they done been through it already, okay? Be ready to forgive them and be ready to give chances.
Like many foster parents, Claude and Nadira have to balance the needs of their foster kids with those of their own children.
We make our kids understand where these kids coming from because you guys are fortunate that you have your dads and your mom there. Okay, this guy does not have that. So it's good for you to be a role model for them.
If you have teenagers and you're considering becoming a foster parent, it's important to make sure that you've talked with them. You know, are they on board with this?
Keep in mind that teenagers can benefit from a foster sibling.
Biological children who have had a foster care child in their home are more likely to be accepting of others in the school environment or in life in general because they've had to reach out.
Black, white, Hispanic, it doesn't matter. The way I try to teach all my kids is in your heart. You know, blood is only one color.
Prospective foster parents need to know that along with a lot of love, they'll need tremendous patience. We'll talk more about the realities of becoming a foster parent in our next segment. For Focus on the Family, I'm Dr. Bill Meyer.
We'll have part 2 on Wednesday. For more valuable information on life's issues, relationships, and family, visit our website, kdkz18.com, and click on the Focus on the Family link. As flu season continues to make headlines, the desire for vaccines is on the rise. But where do you get the most affordable flu shot? Money expert Stacy Johnson has the answer.
Flu outbreaks. Every state in the country experiencing a flu outbreak.
This is the earliest start to the flu season in a decade.
Unless you've been in a cave, you've probably heard the news. 47 states are now reporting regional or widespread flu outbreaks. But what you don't hear, at least often enough, is where to find that flu shot, cheap or even free. Got insurance? Odds are good your flu shot is free. Thanks to Obamacare, many health insurance providers now have to provide free preventative care, and that includes vaccines like flu shots with no deductible. Check with your company, see if your plan qualifies. And if you're on Medicare, well, if you've got Part B, you're also able to get a free shot. Pharmacies are another possibility. Some will even allow you to call ahead and make an appointment. You know they're all over the place, but here's the deal, so are their prices. When I researched this story, CVS and Walgreens were both charging just under $32. Rite Aid, just under $30, and public supermarkets around $31. But Costco was only charging $17. Now, if you're uninsured or the only price you can afford is free, here's a number for you, 211. Call it, and this free community-based referral service might be able to hook you up to a local clinic offering free shots. Or you can simply call your city or county health department. And last but not least, call one of the nation's 8,500 federally qualified health centers. They provide all kinds of health care based on your ability to pay. Wherever you decide to get your vaccine, call ahead. Sometimes it's in short supply. Want more information and links to find the cheapest vaccine? I've got it waiting for you right here at moneytalksnews.com. Just do a search for flu. For Money Talks News, I'm Stacy Johnson.
And as Stacy said, he's got more information and links at his website. To get there, just go to our website, kdkz18.com. Click on the Money Talks link under the Lifestyles menu.
And coming up in sports, the Clearwater Tigers are champions of the Black River League Conference Tournament. Cardinal fans are mourning the passing of Stan the Man, and the Blues skate against the Predators in Nashville.
Tips to make you money delivered daily. The totally free Money Talks newsletter. Sign up now and get my money makeover video, a $50 value, as my gift. MoneyTalksNews.com.
Attention, Accutane warning. If you have Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, or inflammatory bowel disease, it may have been caused by the acne drug Accutane. Accutane victims have recently been awarded millions of dollars. Do not delay. There are time deadlines to file a claim.
Call the Rely On Group now to be connected with an experienced attorney. There is absolutely no risk on your part. You don't owe us a penny unless we are successful.
Call the Rely On Group at 800-698-3105.
If you have diabetes and you're on Medicare, call now to get the new talking meter. These new meters are more accurate, they're easier to use, and the best news is you don't have to prick your fingers anymore. Arriva makes it simple. They bill Medicare directly. There are no upfront costs, and they deliver your supplies right to your door for free.
For more information, call 1. This is Sports Zone, only on 18 Eyewitness News.
The Clearwater Tigers are champions of the 76th Annual Black River League Conference Tournament. In another terrific game with South Iron, Clearwater roared out in the first quarter, building a 21-point lead. But the Panthers clawed back, finally cutting that lead to just 5 points. But that wouldn't close it out, as the Tigers got by the Panthers a final of 70-64. In the girls' bracket, Van Buren overwhelmed Clearwater in the girls' championship game, a final of 54-34. The Cardinals' winter warm-up had a different tone on Sunday, with news of the passing of Stan the Man Musial at an event designed to spur excitement about the upcoming season, turned into a gathering of folks paying tribute to one of the sport's all-time greatest players. The morning began with a short onstage tribute to Musial, who spent 22 years in a Cardinals uniform, with many fans wearing his number 6 jersey. A few blocks down the road, Musial's statue became a growing memorial site where the inscription took on yet a new significance. Here stands baseball's perfect warrior. Here stands baseball's perfect knight. The Blues are looking for their second win of the season as they face off against the Nashville Predators. The Blues showed off their firepower fans expected on Saturday night when they crushed Central Division rival Detroit 6-0. And finally on Saturday, Florida looked like a contender and Mizzou, well, just looked like a pretender. The Tigers were down 11-0 moments into the game, trailed by as many as 34 points and lost a final of 83-52. After Mizzou's most lopsided loss in almost 5 years, Coach Frank Haith told reporters they beat us in every facet of the game, loose balls, rebounding, and execution on both ends. At Today in Sports, Fred and Dustin, guys, it's back to you at the news desk.
Thanks a lot, Aaron. Taking a quick check at the forecast for the rest of this evening. Mostly cloudy night, 7 p.m. temperature 21, 19 by 9. By midnight, a temperature of 17. It's going to get cold tonight. We'll give you your latest weather forecast tonight at 10 o'clock, right back here on 18 Eyewitness News. Until then, have a great evening. Newswatch is next. We'll see you back here at 10 o'clock.
When you see news happening in your area, let us know about it. You can call our news department at 573-701-9590 or email us at news@DawkinsBroadcastGroup.com.
Coming up tonight on KDKZ Channel 18.